here. Yeah, sorry I'm kinda covered up in the shadows right now. I'll explain everything later. I promise. I'm just really glad you came. I know it's really late at night, and I'm pretty sure you'd rather be sleeping right now, but I just wanted to talk to you, you know? It's something serious that I've been meaning to tell you about. I just never really got around to it. Yeah, you know, you're a really great friend. Since we were children, we've always been close. Closer than normal, you know? Most childhood friends don't make it past middle school years, but we did. Through breakups, through fights, through that crazy chick that kinda wanted to kill us. We've made it through it all. Yeah, that whole middle school years, that was kinda bonkers, wasn't it? But I'm really glad that you were there the whole time. Yeah, it really did comfort me to know that there was someone I could always rely on. And I hope I did the same for you. You know, you're extremely important to me, and my goal every day is just to make you smile, even on your worst days. I know that kind of sounds cheesy, but it's true. Really. I've seen so many friendships go sour over the years, and we've lost a few friends of our own. How sad that was, but I'm just glad that we can trust each other so much. And that's why I'm trusting you with this. Truth be told, I haven't been completely honest with you. I apologize for that, but you'll understand soon why I had my hesitations. Since we've been together so long, can you promise me that through everything that we've been through, that this won't change anything? That we can still be the friends that we once were? Thank you. I know I can trust you on this. Well, you know, those fairy tales I used to read you when we were, kids in elementary school? Yeah, the ones about witches and, werewolves and warlocks and, vampires? Yeah, those, weren't as fake as, I led you on to believe. What do I mean by that? Well, again, promise me that this won't change anything on our friendship. I really, really don't want to ruin this. Okay. I think it's better if I show you. Ta-da! Here I am. Yeah, I'm a vampire. Surprise! Um, well, at least you, don't look scared, kinda shocked. Again, I really apologize for not telling you before. I just... It's extremely hard being a monster and having friends. Plus, my family, they really don't like, me telling about my vampiric side. But I'm just glad you didn't run away. I understand completely that if you want to run away, or if you don't want to be friends anymore, if you, don't want to be with me anymore, you want to stay? That's amazing! Thank you! I'm kinda shocked, really. I wasn't expecting this at all. I'm so relieved. You don't know how worried I've been. I've been planning this for months. That's why I picked this old tree. Yeah, it's the first place we met as children, where we first played and had all our playdates at. I figured the sentiment might make this a little more special. Whew. I'm so glad to have that off my chest. Though, I bet you have some questions for me, don't you? Yeah, lay 'em on me. Trust me, I'm ready to answer any question you have. Hmm? When did I turn a vampire? Well, you see, my kind of vampire can, well, we have a human form. One that we can use during daylight hours. That way our skin doesn't burn. Yeah, this is actually how I normally look. Do you like it? Thanks. I'm sorry, I just wasn't prepared for you to call me beautiful, that's all. I'll continue on with the explanation. Yeah, so our human form is used during the daylight hours so it doesn't burn our skin. The rumor is true that, vampire skin does burn in the sunlight. Yeah, I feel bad for the vampires that don't have a human form. Well, my kind of vampire is genetically modified vampires. We've evolved and adapted over the years, but some vampires just aren't that lucky. It's really sad. They can't enjoy sunlight or milkshakes. I mean, they could, but I don't know what milkshake stores are open at nighttime. Yeah, I know, right? I'm really glad to have my human form. Or else I might not have met you. How about another question? How do people get turned into vampires? Oh, there's another rumor surrounding that. They say if you bite the neck, then you get turned into a vampire, but that is actually completely wrong. Yeah, no, back in the medieval days, vampires would bite the necks of humans to, well, let's just say it was a predator versus prey kind of situation. If you really want to turn someone, you bite their wrist. Yeah, the wrist, is the main source of blood flow, so it would only make sense then. Yeah. Strange, right? Where do I get my blood to feed on? Oh, well, you know I work part-time at the hospital, right? Yeah, I go to children's donations, at the high schools. And I just take blood from there. Nothing really that would go missed? Yeah, I promise it's a completely ethical process. I never want to hurt anyone. You know that. I couldn't even harm a fly even if I wanted to. What's my favorite type of blood? Well, it might sound a little bit weird, but A negative is really my favorite. Though any blood works fine, I'm not that picky. Oh, you should see my sister. If it's anything other but O, she will not drink it. It's strange, right? I can't stand it when she does that. I guess it makes sense now, though, that I said working at the hospital has its perks. No, silly. I can't turn you into a vampire right now. Why not? Please. No, you have to go through a whole process. It's super annoying. Trust me, I've already talked to my parents about it. First, we need to find a witch. And then we'd have to get approved by that witch. And then she'd have to evaluate you, evaluate your blood type, get you introduced to liquid foods for about a month. Then she'd have to give you several potions in order to prepare your body from being human to the undead. Then we'd have to go find a dentist to fix your teeth so the fangs wouldn't, hurt your bone structure. And, yada, 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 yada. It's super annoying. Though, I suppose if you really wanted to be a vampire, we could get it arranged if you'd like. Yeah, I suppose if we do it together, then we might have a fighting chance. It would be really cool to spend the rest of my life with you. Just us against the world. Anyway, yeah, there are other mythical creatures too, as I mentioned, like witches. But they're extremely rare and really hard to find. There's an old witch at our town, well, she's not that old, only 16,000 years old, but, old by human standards, I suppose. Yeah, to find a witch in this town, she hides everywhere. Little spots every weekend. It changes too, so you can't really pinpoint her location that well. I suppose if me and you and talk to my mother and father, they have connections, so if we really wanted to do this, I suppose we could. Yeah, but let's not worry about that for tonight. I think you've gone through enough shock already. Werewolves? Yeah, they live in packs. The alpha and the omegas, the betas. The whole thing. Just imagine a wolf, but more human-like. And there you go. You've got yourself a werewolf. Except, the pack that lives here is a lot less hostile. Yeah, ever since the new alpha came in, she's super sweet. I'll have to introduce you sometime. I know she'll love you. Demons? Well, I don't know much about them, but I don't think I'd ever want to meet one. Yeah, they're like uber possessive. Yeah, just not the type for us. We've already been through that whole scandal, haven't we? Oh, those snake creatures? I can't pronounce their name very well. Yeah. There isn't one around here, but there's one in the next town over. She's, an interesting character, to say the least. Yeah, she's kinda like a siren, except, snake form. I, again, would not recommend you going over there. For your safety, please. Thank you. I was gonna get so worried. Oh. Half cat, half human types? Yeah, Neckos are pretty common, actually. They're usually placed in a separate area by the government because, they're just really clingy. And they don't hide themselves very well. They're really cute, though. If the government wasn't hiding them so well, I'd definitely introduce you to my friend. Oh yeah, ghosts are definitely a thing, too. They're not spoopy scary, though, like, magazines would want you to believe, or those whole, ghost TV shows. They're pretty chill, actually. Is that all your questions about monsters? Just tell me and I'll explain them all to you. It's actually a very interesting concept. I would love explaining all of them to you. I'm not that smart. I just, grew up living as a monster. Huh? Don't call myself a monster? Then, what am I supposed to call myself? By my name? Yeah. I suppose that might be better. Thank you for not judging me again. It was extremely hard to tell you this. I was so worried that you were just gonna leave and never speak to me again. That would have been the worst fate imaginable. I would have hated that. I'm just glad that we're so close that me being a vampire, it doesn't bother you. Plus, you get to hear some of my monster stories now. And the most important thing is, I don't have to hide around you anymore. We can be completely open with each other. And I think that's pretty great, don't you? And again, we'll work on that whole turning you into a vampire thing. You know, it is pretty late. Us vampires don't need to sleep, but since you're still a human, maybe it would be better if you did sleep? I mean, it is 3 a.m. I don't want you to be sleep deprived tomorrow for school. Here, I'll walk you home. I just have to make sure your parents don't see me. Can I hold your hand? Again, I know I sound like a broken record, but I'm really glad we're this close. I guess we should start heading to your house, shall we?
Yeah, it's really strange. I guess you always expected, didn't you? I didn't really make it too obvious, did I? My family would kill me if they found out and other people knew. It was miserable trying to convince them to tell you. I took it in my own hands. I don't know quite yet. I suppose we could explain that later.